Hello, good morning. How are you today? I'm here with my cup of tea and let's have a talk. Let's talk about the inner child connection and how that inner child connection that we have affects us on a daily basis. All right. So I'm just here very quickly. I'm not going to take much of your time. This conversation is to bring more awareness of what happens in our early childhood all the way to puberty. It stays storage on our memories and unconsciousness. And because of that, affects us on a daily basis as adults. All right. Hi everybody, welcome here. If you have questions, please do type it up. I'll try my best to answer them. So, if you're that kind of person that feels lonely and lost, small, always trying to please people, and afraid that you're not good enough, afraid of losing their love. If you don't do something for them, they will lose the interest on you, or always striving for perfection and attention of the others, because in deep within you are scared of losing that person, that the person not going to love you anymore, not going to accept you anymore for who you are. In the work environment, always saying yes because you're afraid of losing that job, afraid of speaking up your mind. So there's the signs of the wounded inner child. Sometime during your childhood, something happened that triggered that kind of behavior. Either a parent that probably said or made you feel worthless, or someone in school, someone who broke your heart, broke your trust, that you had a trauma. So that causes wounds in our unconsciousness, in our lives, and that we carry that. Even though we don't know why we act the way we act, but we do carry that to our adulthood, and that affects us on a daily basis. Being a people pleaser, for example, takes a lot of energy. And when you do something against your will, just to please somebody else, hi Lily, that hurts you even more. So that's why I'm doing the workshop on the 27th of November. It's for you, it's the 6 steps to bond again with that inner child. We're going to bring back that inner child that's within you. And we're going to heal it. We're going to connect with it. We're going to really touch it and show yourself some love. So for today, I would ask you to every day give yourself love and tell yourself, you got this, you did your best when it was needed. I forgive you. That's a really tough thing to do, to tell yourself that you forgive yourself. So practice the self-kindness and tell yourself about that. Healing the inner child takes time, takes you to make love, and it takes you to get into a journey. And once you are on that journey, healing, cleaning your wounds and healing and walking, go forward, your life will start changing. And also you'll be able to teach your children how to do that. Because in the end of the day, as adults, we carry our wounds and we are so scared of looking at them and touching them, especially when there is childhood trauma. But in order to heal, we have to look at them. There is no way to move forward. There is no way for you to go ahead in life and have a better life and better mindset and days, even for the future, if you have projects in your future and affecting your relationships with your partner, your children, work. You have, in order to have a better life, to start taking care of yourself, taking care of those wounds, because they get deeper and deeper and deeper and start to affect your health, your physical, your emotional health. And life is too short on this planet, so I suppose we all want to have a life where we have as many amazing times and not as much illness and suffering and hurt and living with that feeling inside of us, and so I would invite you to say to yourself, I love you. Tell yourself that. Go to the mirror in the morning and say, I love you. I forgive you. You did your best when that time, that situation happened. You did your best. You coped the best you could. I thank you for keeping us afloat from that moment on until now. Thank you. And I'm so sorry that has happened to you. It was not your fault. It's not your fault. It wasn't your fault. Okay? And especially with traumas, that doesn't make okay and acceptable. What happened was right. It's still wrong. But that guilt that we feel, it wasn't your fault. Okay? You didn't deserve that. Sorry, excuse me. All right? You're a victim of that, and it is okay for you to heal. So on the 27th of November, I have this free online workshop where I'm gonna talk about the 6 steps to bond again with that inner child. And during this workshop, we're gonna talk about the triggers, the feelings, and everything else. Okay? Wait. Hi, Leticia. How'd you say? And it's a free workshop. You guys can register in the link on my bio. And let's bring back and reconnect to ourselves, to the inner selves. And look within us, Look inside of us and how important that is. And we keep, that journey doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop just on the 27th of November. It doesn't stop just with that workshop. It's a daily basis connection, It's a time that you, like when you have a wounded inner child, you accept the things that you don't want to accept. You feel lonely. You end up going through relationships that are exactly the same. And you tend to attract abusive people. And it's not your fault. Okay? It's not your fault. It's the things that you accept. Behaviors that you accept. That those people end up coming towards you. Because you got wounded. Once you start healing, you're going to start to set healthy boundaries. You start to make healthy choices. And you start to listen to that voice in there. And that's so important. But Sunshine, I'm afraid to lose my friends. I'm afraid to lose the relationship that I have. I'm afraid to lose my job. Look, that fear is okay, it's valid. But if that friend does not see that their behavior is actually hurting you, is it worth it? Is it worth it to have that person around you if that person keeps hurting you? What about you have a conversation with them and you tell them how you feel? And if they still keep treating you disrespectfully and hurting your feelings, do you still think that it's worth to have them in your life? Believe me, once you start the path of healing, the right people, the people that are in the same vibration, that's in the same path as you, they will come to you. They will come around you. And it's amazing to have new connections too. Not saying that you're going to cut the strings with everybody. The people that truly love you and respect you for who you are and your boundaries, they will stay there. I'm afraid of losing my partner. If you leave an abusive relationship, if you need any help, I'm here for you. Because you don't need to leave that. You don't need to live in that kind of situation. And healing is part of that. It's part of showing, to bring back that person that you were, to reconnect with the inner and the basic core of your feelings, who you really are. Okay? I'm afraid to lose that job. I need that job. Everybody has to pay the bills. I know that. Okay? However, there is so much you can endure on your 8-hour shift or whichever shift you do on your job. If you have a really abusive boss, go to HR meeting. Tell them how you feel. If they don't sort it out, take it further. You are able and capable to change your job and look for something else that brings you joy and pay your bills. You know, we have the power to take the first step. We have the power to heal ourselves. We have the power to change our life situations slowly, because it doesn't happen like in 24 hours, but it takes by steps, step by step, you know. Start within you. Start taking care of yourself. And then slowly you start to see things and patterns and patterns that you see, oh, I always do that when I feel upset. I always do that when I feel angry. That person actually is hurting my feelings. It's not okay. You know, showing yourself love, showing yourself that you deserve to be loved. Firstly, by yourself, and then by others. That is the kind of thing that I want to talk about. That's the kind of thing that is so important to keep you going through life, for yourself and for you to teach your children. Self-love, self-acceptance, self-kindness, self-confidence, self-worth. We are the breakers of the chains of our family. Okay? We are the ones that say, stop it. Like, you, especially if you're raised in a highly abusive household, if you had a childhood that was difficult, that one of your parents was abusive or used drugs, alcohol, or anything else. And if you feel like that you want to take the step of healing, you are the break of the chain. You're not going to bring that kind of behavior into your life and pass it on to your children, because you don't want that. All that we want is the best for our children, right? So the best for your children is for you to be healed. It's for you to love yourself and accept yourself. It's for you to be happy. You can ask any child on this planet, what is the thing that you really would like to see with a mommy and daddy? Is to see them happy. Years ago, my daughter told me, Mommy, don't smile so much. That really got my attention because they do watch us, they do see us, and they do feel our energy. And I never really thought, well, I'm not smiling that much. You have, because in her little head was smiling is equals happiness. So in her little head, because I don't smile so much, I'm not happy enough. And then obviously now she's a little bit older and we are talking about our emotions and feelings and how to address them. And it is okay to be sad. It is okay to have a day that we don't want to see people. We don't want to talk about it. It's okay. And it's totally like valid. But what is the attitude that we have to take from now? What is the next step? You know? So I'm here to invite you for the workshop of 6 steps to bond with your inner child on the 27th of November. It'll be online, it'll be on Zoom, and it's free. So the link for registration is on my bio, okay? And let's take the first step. Let's bond. Let's get back again to that little girl that you were, you know. Let's connect. All right, so this is it. Super quickly, I tried my best to make everything that I want to say compressed in a short live here for you. I wish you a wonderful day, a wonderful Wednesday, and the rest of the week may be blessed. And I see you then. I see you during the week. All right. Bye-bye.